Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed the Protector of the Universe, bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that were both weapons and symbols of his station who fought an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Zone, episode number 11. This time we're covering Avengers 308 and Avengers Annual 18 because, hey, let's get back to the main man himself next episode. But who are we? I am Phil, and joining me is Master of the Quantum Zone himself.
I'm Will. Hey, everyone.
And Matt hasn't told us any funny stories yet about what happened to him this week, so
master of nothing so far.
master of his domain.
Yes.
Staying out of libraries, boy.
Oh yeah, no libraries for me. Although I have to go. I'm going to the library tomorrow, so maybe I'll have some new stories for next week.
That's for you long-time listeners.
Yeah.
All right. So
I do have a story a little bit. It's unrelated. I just went to my local comic store. I was actually looking for an old Quasar appearance, and it was in a Web of Spider-Man, number 76, I think. Mm-hmm. And I noticed it was part 4 of a story, and they happened to have the first 3. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll get the first 3. And and then it's a kind of like a throwaway. It shouldn't have been a 4-parter anyway. He's fighting a crew of art-related villains called, I think, the Avant-Garde or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then Quasar does appear in the 4th one because one of the artists creates a world of snow and ice in New York. And Quasar's only page, he's in the suit which has the mask that covers his face, and he's plowing snow so ambulances can get through. So,
I was going to say, I was trying to remember that the Avengers just like do cleanup or something. Yeah.
So,
it's another one of those, his hand appears.
Yeah, right. So there you go. I can't wait to break that. No, we won't. We won't get into that one.
But yeah. Speaking of issues where Quasar doesn't appear a lot, let's first jump into Avengers 308.
Yep.
Once again, written by, the guys who've written the last 3 issues: John Byrne, writer; Paul Ryan, penciler; Tom Palmer, Bill Oakley, letterer; Christy Sheely, and T. Fine, colorist. I loved his albums in the 80s. T. Fine.
T. Fine.
Howard Mackey and Tom DeFalco. So, where did we leave off last issue? Gilgamesh was down and out. And we open up with a golden ship emerging from the ocean.
That's right. Which could be a quantum construct, I mean, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. You would think, but so we go inside.
And the big words, journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing that Gilgamesh will be okay.
Stop at a black screen.
Okay.
Sopranos. But so when we see the Avengers inside, and She-Hulk's like, can this go any faster? Gilgamesh is sinking fast. And that's when Cap's telling her, I think we're getting all the speed we can. We get told this ship is from their hosts.
Yeah.
And She-Hulk's like, the only reason I know he's not dead is he's still warm.
Okay.
But aren't you still warm when you're for a couple minutes after you're dead?
Yeah.
I think so. And then Cap says, keep monitoring him, and we can't be absolute. Oh, wait, no. He gets to. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. But he says, if you know any reliable prayers, this may be the time to use them.
He's like,
which I think Quasar is just scoffing at. He's like, yeah, I don't believe in God.
She's a lawyer, not a doctor, in her defense, okay?
Damn it.
Cap's like, he's an eternal, that would be false advertising if he dies.
Perfect.
But then Cap's just like, oh, this is so comfortable, T'Challa. I really like the...
You wouldn't believe this is metal.
It's rich Corinthian metal.
Yeah, because Cap's saying my compliments to T'Challa, and he's like, I only gave the configuration. Without our host, we'd be trapped beneath the Earth's surface. But since we wouldn't have been there if they hadn't kidnapped us, at least
I guess it works out, right? It evens out.
So Cap's looking at the dashboard where he has like nothing. He's like, I wish I had a communicator or a scanner to see. The island was perched atop a big column of lava. I hope it's still there.
Yeah.
And then
he wishes there was buttons to press. His hands are still in the home row of the keyboard. He's practicing that.
ASDF.
Yeah. That's right.
And he's so yeah, we see Reed Richards' diabolical plan to bring the island down slowly but surely.
Yeah. Geometry in motion.
Wonder Man did most of the heavy lifting, literally, and Reed's gonna take all the credit. So with Sue's like spiral column, basically lowering the island to the seafloor, to the water.
And it's floating for now.
Yeah, they said the only damage is probably from the initial lava men attack.
Yeah.
And there's the West Coast Avengers cheering them on the island.
Yes, I love this panel with the West Coast Avengers because it's just like a live action Yelp review of the Fantastic Four. Fanboying out.
Oh, even the Wasp is like, that was simply fantastic.
Well, this was I think Byrne was writing the Fantastic Four at this point because the Vision is all white at this right now.
The West Coast Avengers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was writing both of them at the
so
same
for a
time,
little,
right?
That's why I think that we got that whole speech about we're all one big team.
Yeah. That didn't last long, did it?
No.
No.
I'm trying to remember if he wrote any Acts of Vengeance stuff, but I believe by the time that was over, I think he gone.
Yeah, this is after Acts of Vengeance, isn't it? No,
it's coming up.
It's coming up. That's right.
As remember, next episode will be Quasar 4 and then Avengers 311.
That's right.
Yeah.
Big Quasar issue.
Acts of Vengeance was interesting because it was kind of it was across all books, but you didn't have to read each one to be into it. It was just different villains fighting different heroes that didn't often intersect.
Yeah, the Spider-Man ones were very interesting.
Yeah, and and Loki was behind it all because he was just so annoyed that he is ultimately the one who created the Avengers. And that wasn't that the driving force behind it?
It was basically like a coordinated attack on the Avengers, and meanwhile every other superhero is like, really? Why are you coming after us? So then the Hank Pym's telling Jarvis, you stood by your post, when the whole island was threatened and you stood by your post. I'm like, where was he gonna go? The island was how high in the air? What was he gonna do? Take a walk?
Yeah.
Take a long walk up a short island? Come on.
Yeah.
So that's when Pym's like, there's probably not another butler in the world who's had to put up with as much as you have. And Wonder Man's like, including giving an eye for us. And that's when Jarvis is like, I got like 80% vision left. My doctors say.
Yeah. And meanwhile, while he's saying this, Alfred in Gotham City is like, oh, really? And there isn't.
My boy has more emotional damage than all of the Avengers combined.
Yeah.
So the West Coast Avengers take off, and then
and they also say they take off without saying goodbye too, which is kind of funny. They're like, "Hey, you're one of a kind, Jarvis. Okay, clear for lunch. Let's get out of here."
Yeah, take a compliment. Goodbye. But yeah, then Reed and Sue are taking off, and Reed's like, luckily Jarvis sounded us call, and they weren't too far away. And Sue's like, thank goodness Wonder Man was here, and Reed's like, they're a great team, the Avengers. I'm proud to have called myself one of them, even for a while.
Until Captain America kicked me off. So.
Even if I couldn't follow orders.
Yeah, and Sue's like, I was part of it too,
I love this. I love being a part of this team. You didn't have to follow orders or anything. And as everyone else takes off, that's when the Avengers get back. And Cap's like, seems like our reserve members came to our aid. The island's still in one piece. It must not have been that Reed Richards. Yeah. So Jarvis comes running up, and then he sees a hole in the side of this gold plane, and they're like, "We have to get Gilgamesh to the mansion's medical facility."
Yeah, and they don't make a door. It's just sort of like it looks like Thor just kind of pushed through, like the way he did with the original Lava Men concoction.
It's really weird. Yeah, it's like, did Thor rip a hole, or did the Lava Men make the hole?
Yeah.
Although it kind of looks kind of jagged. I bet you one of them kind of ripped a hole in it.
Yeah.
But they said they're going to take care of Gilgamesh, and Jarvis is like, "Where did this ship come from? I've never seen anything like it." And here's Quasar's big contribution to the issue, where he says, "You're not likely to ever again, Jarv." And that's when Cap shows Jarvis that the ship was actually made out of the Lava Men in their new gold form.
Mm-hmm.
And Jarvis is like surprised they don't look like the Lava Men, and Cap again, they're like, "Look, explanation's gonna have to wait." And that's when the Lava Men apologize. And Jarvis is like, "Would you like to come in?
Do Lava Men drink tea?"
Yeah.
Would you like some refreshments? Maybe play some pool in the game?"
Yeah. Yeah. Black Panther's still waiting on those crumpets.
Oh, and a nice shout out here, because they're like checking out Gilgamesh in the medical bay, and Thor's actually checking him out because he says, "I've been trained in the healing arts." I'm assuming when he was bonded to Don Blake. Yeah,
Don Blake. That's a cool call out. Yeah.
He says Gilgamesh is not dead, but neither doth he truly live. So he's not dead. He's not alive. What is he?
Dead can never die.
Not dead. He's not alive. He's become a politician. And Thor says, "Man, Thor getting humble here." He's like, "Even this is beyond the scope of what I know." And
broad though that may be,
Quasar's like, "What can we do then? You said there was nowhere else on Earth." And Cap's like, "Maybe that's the answer."
See, Quasar coming through, being helpful.
I know, but then meanwhile, Cap seems like Cap gives Quasar and Black Panther busy work, because we don't see them again this issue.
That's it.
But we'll skim through the rest of this real quick, because
because it gets weird.
Yeah, because like Matt was saying before we got on, there's a sheep herder with a bunch of sheep who seem to be running and disappearing.
Yeah, kind of like they're getting cut in half, but yeah, it's weird.
And then even the sheep herder gets pulled through this portal and finds himself in Olympia.
Not Washington.
Yeah, definitely not Washington.
That's right. And
some nice cafes here.
I guess it's the home of the Eternals, which I wanted to bring up just a little bit, because like they're going to be making that movie. They didn't learn their lesson with the Inhumans TV show. But also we get our first look at what's his name, the speedster Makari. Yeah, he's going to show up in Quasar soon.
Yeah, big fixture in Quasar. One of his best friends.
Yep, that's right. So they let the sheep herder go. I find it so funny. It's like this, like the little trickster guy looks like he's wearing one of Loki's old costumes.
Yeah,
the green and yellow.
He's a wannabe, isn't he?
That's how you know a trickster in the Marvel universe. They wear green and yellow.
Yeah, I couldn't get the helmet.
Yeah, he can't wear the big horns.
Yeah.
So
more stuff with the Eternals in Olympia, Makari and Icarus talking.
A lot of their people left when they formed the Unimind,
which is from a previous. Do we have a? Oh man, they don't have an editor's note. That was Avengers 250.
I was gonna say, wasn't it 249 and 250?
250,
yeah, like that?
I think.
And didn't that also involve the big bad we're going to get in Cosmos and Collision?
Shh, don't spoil it.
I didn't say his name. So yeah, it's like, is the city dying? Those sheep never would have got through before. So we don't want to know what the Eternals were going to do with Sheep. But yeah, so then after the whole Eternals thing, we get this scene of some of the Avengers taking Gilgamesh to Cersei of the Eternals, Cap, Thor, Namor, and She-Hulk. Like I said, I don't know what happened to Quasar and Black Panther. Because they're helping Jarvis clean up. I don't know.
Or they're working with the Lava Men to be like, we could have done this on our own. Maybe if the Lava Men leave, we could do a little quantum
clean up.
Yeah, maybe. But we do get an editor's note here about Cap's previous encounter with Cersei in Captain America 357.
I don't remember that one. Do you remember that one?
It was like a two-parter. It was like I think Grunwald did write that, but it was like a guest artist because it seemed like a fill-in, but it was Grunwald where like I don't know, Bernie Rosenthal calls Cap and she tells him about I don't know, her sister ran away from home or something, and so he goes undercover to like find these a bunch of missing kids. Like Cersei like de-ages him, makes him a teenager.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But when she does that, he doesn't have the super soldier serum, so he has to wait like 24 hours or something to get big again, or to get the serum back, and then the issue ends with like Bernie saying, "Oh, my sister didn't run away. She's just like following the Grateful Dead around the country or something." It was very weird. I was like, who's this villain writer? And I think it was Grunwald. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, I remember Cersei was very flirty with Cap, and even here she's like, "My home is always open, especially to you, Captain. My home and my shirt are very open to you." That's when Thor brings Gilgamesh out, and she's like, "The forgotten one, but what happened to him? He lies as one dead." So she says, "Bring him in, tell me what happened." And Thor cuts to the chase. Suffice to say, he fell in battle bravely as a warrior should.
Spare me such nonsense, Thunder God.
Eternal
cannot fall, and that's an end to it.
And then as Thor's about to come back, he looks like he's about to fall over. A passing weakness. Oh, another godlike figure getting weak. So Cersei's like, "In all my centuries, I've never seen an Eternal in such condition. There's but one thing we could do. We must take him home to Olympia." And they fly there, and then they're talking about Hercules, and that's when they discover a big crater, and it looks like Olympia is gone.
Totally gone.
Olympia has fallen.
Those sheep finally came back and took care of business. Then on the last page, we get another scene with the old guy with the thing in his basement where he blows up his house this time.
Yeah, this is leading to that whole universe blinking out of existence thing, right?
Yeah, I think we'll get there. That's on the list, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so sorry, all you Gilgamesh fans. That's as far as we're going with Gilgamesh.
Yeah,
because like we said, they just left Quasar at home. So
yeah.
Next episode will be of Quasar 4, and then we'll be back for Avengers 311. So we skip over not 309 and 3010. 310. All right, so the next thing we're going to cover, another little bit of contribution from Quasar, is Avengers Annual 18, part of the Atlantis Attacks, which went through like I think every single Marvel annual that year.
Yeah, it was. Was it like 18 different annuals or something?
Something, yeah, because it was like all the Spider-Man ones, Avengers West Coast, Fantastic Four,
Iron Man.
Did it go through Thor? I think it went through. I'm pretty sure it went through everybody.
Yeah.
36. That's $36 if you want to read the whole thing.
That's right.
Man,
can you remember Marvel only publishing 18 books a month? No.
Look, an annual one, it was $2.
Yeah.
Must be. Look at that. It's probably like 64 pages or something. It's like $2. I miss those days.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like part 8 of it. The main story, which we'll just touch on briefly, was part 8 of Atlantis Attacks.
And this one, speaking of godlike creatures falling, Quasar is only in it for a little while and then he gets a headache.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, there's someone worse than Quasar in this issue, and I'll get to that. But I mean, the Serpent Crown's involved in this, and we'll get to that in some more flashback stuff, from Quasar's Project Pegasus days.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, like Namor is believed to be dead, and Atuma has taken over Atlantis. Oh, come on, Matt! You're supposed to say it's not Atuma.
It's not Atuma. Side note: I saw Kindergarten Cop in theaters 4 times as a 12-year-old, and because it was rated PG-13, I thought I had to dress up to look older, even though I was going with like my parents and my grandparents.
It's probably like 4.5 feet tall. He just like drew like a mustache on, like hello, sir. Yeah, so the Atlanteans are attacking military bases. So long story short, the Avengers basically
very Nazi-esque Atlanteans, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. But so I guess the Avengers calling all the reserves. But it's funny, the Avengers here are like Cap, Quasar, Thor, She-Hulk. I guess Cersei's officially part of the team now.
And that's Jim Hammond, Human Torch, isn't it?
Yeah, which is very weird to me. Maybe they explained this in an earlier annual, but like, wasn't he a reserve on the West Coast team?
I thought so, yeah.
What's he doing here with the East Coast team? Not that it matters, because we see like, I guess, people who are involved with the Serpent Crown getting
That's right, yeah. Because Marvel, Marvel 2-in-1 annual with the Saga of the Serpent Crown, Project Pegasus.
Yeah. I know we're gonna get to the Project Pegasus storyline and that one Spider-Man the team up annual, but yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, Scarlet Witch, Ben Grimm, even Quasar. Quasar hits the floor and Thor picks him up, but then
yeah, I think everybody that fainted here was actually controlled by the Serpent Crown in that back in the Project Pegasus days.
Mm-hmm. But then we get the reserves, the West Coast Avengers. Black Widow even shows up with Hawkeye.
Gray Hulk.
Yes, Gray Hulk. I love some Gray Hulk.
Captain Marvel.
And three of the Fantastic Four. I mean, if you're calling in this many people for this big of an attack, you're going to leave Johnny Storm out?
Sorry, you're not a member. You have to stay.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can have 2 people. We can have 2 people with the same power, especially something useful like 2 guys who have fire. You can maybe dehydrate some of these Atlanteans. But no, here's the weird part. So, like, all these people were here, and then like they're sitting around the Avengers meeting table, and they're breaking up into teams. And right before they leave, Quasar's talking to Ben Grimm, talking about the symptoms and okay. Oh, so I forgot Quasar does sit this battle out too, but I know. Yeah. But the weird thing is Ben Grimm, he says, in fact, I think I'm developing a new symptom. If you'll excuse me, I got to see a man about a horse. So the Serpent Crown thing was making Quasar pass out, but it was giving Ben Grimm like
indigestion,
diarrhea or something. I mean, it's just weird. It's like, okay, Quasar laid down for the issue.
Don't they have a bunch of them need to be the brides of Set? There's a bunch of female Avengers, female Marvel characters that they try to make the brides of Set.
Yeah, was that like in the West Coast annual or something?
Maybe it was one of the last ones, I think.
Yeah. Because they take I think was it the Web of Spider-Man annual? I think they captured Sue Richards, and then like later on they capture Scarlet Witch, and
they get She-Hulk too.
Yeah. But so that was basically Quasar's contribution.
There was a kind of a funny callback to when Reed and Sue were in the Fantastic Four, because Reed says, "It'll be nice working with you again, She-Hulk." She's like, "Again? Oh yeah, right."
Oh my God, Moondragon and Rick Jones show up. It's like, we can't get Quasar, but we can get Rick Jones.
Rick Jones and Moondragon, yeah. Oh, and then we get Orca. Good grief.
So Quasar's big contribution in this story was like passing out and then showing Ben Grimm where the bathroom is.
Awesome.
Do you think he made a quantum urinal cake for him?
Oh. Enough with the toilet humor.
Yes.
But yeah, the Avengers appear to win the Atlantean battle, but then looks like the Atlanteans are swimming towards a tiny version of Avengers Island. And then then it's continued in New Mutants Annual 9. So yeah, I think it did go through everything because it's
everything.
Yeah, New Mutants. Yeah. All right, but here's the reason we did the annual. The first backup story, the initiation of Quasar, which maybe we should have covered this earlier. I don't know, but
well, it takes place between 303 and 304.
But it looks like the aftermath of 303. Yeah, because they're still cleaning up in Chicago.
Yeah, because the thing still is like super spiky, rocky thing.
Yeah, pineapple
thing.
Yeah. And then Cap stopping Quasar, and Quasar's like, "What could Cap want with me?" And Cap offers Quasar Avengers membership, and then remember Hawkeye from this Chicago storyline. And Hawkeye's like, "Whoa, not so fast." And Cap's like, "Wait, what do you mean, Hawkeye?" He's like, "Don't you think the West Coast team has more than your share of members?" He's like, "Last I checked, you have 8 members to the East Coast 5." And
Hawkeye's like, "That's your problem, man."
I don't do math, man. And Quasar's all happy, smiling. He's like, "Ooh, 2 respected Avengers were arguing over me." And then, of course, remember, Quasar was in space. Remember, episode 2, he was like, "Hey, I didn't know the Avengers even had a West Coast team." And Hawkeye's like, "Okay, let's settle this. Where do you live, kid?" And Quasar was like, "New York." And Hawkeye's like, "Okay, Cap, you win." I'm thinking, as fast as Quasar flies,
it doesn't matter.
Didn't he make it from like New York to Chicago in like minutes?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Sorry, I can't have any commuters on my team. And then Cap says, "Stop by Avengers Island tonight and we'll discuss this some more." And then Quasar's like, "Okay, 8 o'clock, see you around 8. And he takes off in one of those pink energy nimbuses again.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is a Grunwald story with Mark Bagley doing the art. Chris Ivy's on inks, Rick Parker's doing the letters, and Nell Yomtov is doing the colors. We forgot that at the beginning.
Oh yes.
But this is early Bagley. Early. I mean, I think he had just started New Warriors at this point.
I know. I mean, some of it. I mean, it's very not as defined as a lot of his later work.
But I mean, there's some really cool things like Hawkeye when he's kind of stomping off. That's really Hawkeye looks cool there. I mean, it's really good figure work. It's just awesome.
Like when you get at the close up of the faces, I mean, it's But yeah, now you messed up the color. Quasar's Nimbus is pink.
Yeah.
Oh, but look, as he's taken off, he's that one panel here. You see the yellow stars in his trail.
That's right. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love Quasar. He's like, "Back on Earth for less than a month, and I've already been invited to join the Avengers, the greatest super team on Earth, except maybe the Fantastic Four."
Oh, come on. No way.
Come on, man.
More blatant Fantastic Four fandom.
I want to be on the team with my best friend, Ben Grimm.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, "Wait, wouldn't my commitment to the Avengers collide with my so-called protector of the universe?" He's like, "Do I really have time to be an Avenger, the bodyguard to an 8 billion-year-old entity, and nothing of my professional life? Chasing around my secretary?"
He's considering turning the offer down.
Yeah, but then later that night, when it's time, he's like, he finds the island. He's like, "That matches the description of Avengers Island." I'm surprised they don't have it landscaped. So like from the sky, like in the grass, they don't have like a big A or something. Yeah. Or like the landing strip should be like a big A or something.
Yeah.
I wonder why they moved their island out of their mansion out of Manhattan. Security reasons, I'd imagine. Yeah. Masters of Evil. And I guess Cap shuts the security system off, and then so the job interview starts. Cap asks Quasar, "Why hasn't anyone heard from you in the last few years? We worked together on that corporation caper on the West Coast, back in Captain America 228 to 230.
230. Good old editor note. Yep, gotta love those.
Yeah.
What's Grinwald? Come on. Then you took the security job at Project Pegasus. I recommended you for it. What have you been up to since then? Well,
that's really cool. Cap has basically recommended him for Project Pegasus. I don't know if that would ever been said.
Yeah,
before.
I couldn't remember if they had actually. Yeah. Then he's like, "Should I trust Cap with my whole story? He's my childhood idol." That's when he tells him about the whole serpent crown thing. We'll get there. And then how he felt like a failure, so he resigned. And then he gets to the part about going into space from Quasar 2, Episode 2 of the Quantum Zone. Our editor notes, Episode 2.
Audio editor's note.
That's right. About how we met Eon and learned about all that, about the quantum bands and how he's the protector of the universe. You can see why I'm embarrassed. I'm a rather modest guy who slothed off responsibility of the project when I felt I wasn't hacking it. I'm supposed to be the most responsible guy in all of creation.
Yeah, so he's justified in leaving such a huge gap in his resume.
Yeah, exactly. I've been, flying through space in suspended animation.
It's hard to put Eon as a reference too.
It's not backpacking through Europe, but I backpacked
through the solar system
to Uranus.
Oh, but I'm bummed.
So he mentions Protector of the Universe, and Captain America's like, Protector of the Universe. I remember Captain Marvel mentioning something about that. He wasn't sure he was up to it either. And Quasar says he's not sure if being protected in the universe will, if he'll have time to be an Avenger and everything. And Cap's like, thank you for being honest, but I don't know about. I certainly understand the obligations of civilian life. Don't you think your duties as an Avenger will help being protector in the universe? We protect the Earth, and Earth is the immediate part of the universe.
Yeah. Good logic there.
It's the most important part of the universe.
That's right.
Yes. The Earth circles around us, son. Tell you what, we have he tells them about the 6-month probation period. Why don't you give that a try and see if it works? You have to show up for training and emergency meetings. But when we take injured Eternals out, you don't have to stay for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's when Quasar starts filling out looks like more paperwork than you sign when you buy a house. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, he does not look enthusiastic about it.
It doesn't look like anything to be enthusiastic about.
Yeah, that's a lot of red tape to cut through.
Quite a bit.
I mean, now we get to the exciting stuff where he's filling out insurance and medical forms, it says.
Nice.
Yeah. And they cross-check him with the Project Pegasus and S.H.I.E.L.D. data bank. He's photographed for his Avengers ID cards. I love those cards back in the 90s, man.
Yeah. Those
communicators.
awesome.
And they look like credit cards / calculators.
Yeah.
And finally, he's giving a physical, he says,
No coughing panel.
Man, the Avengers are more thorough than Project Pegasus was. I was waiting for the doctor to be putting the rubber glove on, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're more thorough than this government facility. Holy. So then Cap and Quasar go for a romantic moonlit stroll on the beach.
I love this part. When I first read it, it's like, this is just awesome. Well, I'll let you go ahead and finish. What he does to prove how fast he is. It was just cool as heck.
Well, this whole story is kind of like, I guess it's like introducing Avengers readers that, if they're not familiar with Quasar, they gave us, the short version of his origin. Now it's like, what are your powers? Well, I can fly. My father says I do it as it create a nimbus of photons and anti-gravitons around me. All I know is I think about flying and I fly. And he says, how fast? I'm not sure. I have different speeds in an atmosphere than in space. He's like, here's a test. I want you to fly as far from here as you can in 5 minutes. Grab something, a clump of dirt, a rock, and head back. Ready? Go. And he says, more accurate test would it be to fly alongside him in a Quinjet and clock his airspeed, but this will do for a preliminary estimate. But then 9 minutes and 57 seconds later, comes back with a rock. Where did you get it from, Will?
The sea.
The Sea of Tranquility.
The Sea of Tranquility.
Cap's like, you mean on the moon? Oh yeah, see, because remember I said, what would be his commute time to the West Coast?
15
he says
minutes.
15 minutes north to Chicago. So I mean, that's like halfway, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
you can make the West Coast in 30 minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
Even more if you went like suborbital, just
straight up and down. Yeah.
Iron Man even pulled that trick a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
What else can you do? I make energy constructs. And he shows Cap his juggling skills. Then he puts Cap in a bubble, lifts him off the ground. Then he's playing everyone's favorite game. Then he plays everyone's favorite game, hammer, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
How strong are those constructs? Fairly strong. If I put my mind to it, they've withstood a few blows from the thing once. But I doubt he was going full out. You had to see a man about a horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Then what's the heaviest thing you can lift? He's like, anything I can wrap my anti-gravitons around, I guess. What's the heaviest thing you have around here? And Cap's like, is this some kind of foreshadowing? He's like, lift the island itself. Why don't you try lifting that, kid? You never know when that might come in handy.
Yeah.
Why didn't Quasar remember this a couple issues?
Well, remember, he was stuck underground with the rest of them, right?
Yeah. And then we'll get to Avengers 311. So he throws a bubble around the island, and he's trying to lift it. It's rising a few inches out of the water. He's like, that's it. I'm wasted. I have a headache this big. But then he picks up an energy source, and something or someone shoots at him, and it is
Fire Lord.
He's back. He's like, ha! You pretended to be an ally, but now you seek to destroy my friend's island? It's like, it's Fire Lord. He's supposed to be a cosmic powered version of the Human Torch. Fire Lord blasts him. He puts up an energy field up just in time. A pink energy field up just in time.
Yeah, wrong color.
Yes. That must be in Cap's like, that's Fire Lord. Why is he attacking Quasar? So they fight it out. Quasar goes all kung fu with a pink bow staff.
Yeah, pink. Actually, it's a really cool effect in the way he makes it there, the way Bagley drew it. I thought it was really cool.
Well, cool. Fire Lord has his fire staffs. They're like, just like. And he's like, I'm not a villain. Then he's like, what? He's like, am I nuts? This guy's a herald of Galactus, for crying out loud. He's like, wait a minute. Spider-Man beat him. I got this.
Yeah, that's an awesome issue of Spider-Man, by the way.
Oh yeah. Just for craps and giggles, we should cover that. I think it's like 2 issues, but yeah, we should cover that one time.
That's black costume Spidey.
Yes. I hear that. I think, I don't know how long, but I think they said that suit's coming back. It might even be this week coming up in Amazing Spider-Man 800.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they want to get that branding out there with Venom coming up in the fall.
Exactly.
He says, okay, I guess he's not going to believe me, my innocence, so I'll try siphoning more of his energy. But then the big icebreaker, Cap Shield, comes flying up between them.
Yep.
Quasar sees a way out. He's like, that's Captain America's shield, Fire Lord. He wants me to surrender. I will, okay? So they both come down and play Quasar's like, sir, you got to tell this guy I'm not your enemy. Quick. He thinks I'm attacking the island. And Cap's like, at ease, Fire Lord. I was simply testing on Quasar. And Fire Lord's like, a test? He's like, you want him to lift the whole darn island? No, he didn't say that. He's like, it appears I reacted hastily. Oh, well, no harm done. Meanwhile, Quasar's
I
like,
guess.
Quasar's like, I got second-degree burns. Yeah, no harm done. As a matter of fact, Firelord, you helped me by testing Quasar's fighting skills. So then
Quasar's like, am I getting paid for this? This is
Hazard pay.
training.
So they send Firelord on his way. Then Cap apologizes. Sorry for the little unscheduled combat out there, but Firelord has always been a little hot-tempered.
Nice.
Cap with those puns, man. Anyway, I've got a pretty good idea of what you're capable of. You're going to make a heck of an Avenger. Quasar's like, oh, gee gosh, sure, that means a lot. And he's like, here, all your forms have been processed and your references checked. Your rectal exam came back clean. You were hereby a provisional Avenger. Unless an emergency crops up, I'll see you here next Saturday at 2 at our next regular meeting. And he gives him his identicard.
Well, see, and they didn't have time to reference this here, but if you'll remember in Quasar number 1, he had a Cap poster on his wall. He's a total Cap fanboy.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like his idol is saying, you rock. And he's just like, oh, yeah, awesome.
Oh, yeah. Grunwald has been setting that up for a while. Yeah. But yeah, he gets his identicard that signed by President George Bush himself.
Yes.
The first George Bush.
Herbert Walker Bush.
Yes.
One of 4 presidents born in my home state of Massachusetts.
Ooh.
That's a little fun fact. Most people will refer, they'll think he's from Texas, but no.
I know what he's hinting at.
Read my lips. Born in Massachusetts.
And no new taxes.
Matt wants to be next president, everyone. He's like, hey, I'm from Massachusetts. And then, yeah, like, that's about it, except, like, the next story is, like, Cap basically, like...
It's just him analyzing all the Avengers' strengths and weaknesses.
Well, I guess...
Quasar's on 57.
Yeah, I think he's like, I don't know if he's supposedly filling out the information, but yeah, there's one panel with entry of Quasar, where he's like, Quasar is the newest member of the Avengers and has the potential to be one of our brightest. No pun intended. I'm getting tired. Another pun! His light-based space spawn powers are unique and conductive to successful group interaction. He is still rather inexperienced and tentative, but the combination of his shield training, his desire, and the help of his more seasoned teammates, Wendell Vaughn will be a fine addition to the team.
Oh. A nice blessing.
Glowing
Nice.
review. Yes.
And then, but he gets interrupted right after that by Moondragon, who, we'll see later has kind of get the hots for.
Well, no, because he's all tired. He's thinking about quitting, but then he's like, oh, I guess I'll get the Moondragon.
So there we go. I enjoyed the little initiation story there.
Yes.
From Nathaniel.
It also had the saga of the Serpent Crown in it, which was the history of the Serpent Crown.
Oh yeah, the final story, yeah.
Basically all the history as it led up to what started out in part 1 of this giant crossover, I guess.
Yeah, but since this annual's part 8, this was chapter 8 of the saga of the Serpent Crown.
Yeah.
I really liked how when they had different people doing the art for the entries for Cap. That he was talking about. You get a pretty cool Hawkeye by Mark Bright. You get Lee Weeks doing Vision and Scarlet Witch. Hank Pym is by Kieran Dwyer. Awesome Hulk artist, right? No, that's not Kieran. This is Captain America artist. Dale Keown is the Hulk artist. Sorry.
Is it Kieran? Was it Kieran?
Kieran Dwyer. He did Hulk during the Bloodstone. I mean, Captain America during the Bloodstone Hunt.
Yes, yeah.
That's what it was.
First Crossbones.
Yeah, and then Kevin Maguire, Thor, and Iron Man. In probably my favorite armor.
Oh, the
post Silver Centurion. I love that armor.
Yeah, like
awesome.
right after Seats. Yeah. But Paul Ryan did a bunch of these. So he did the Black Knight one, and I guess he did that whole last page where Quasar's at, Falcon.
Yep, exactly. Falcon. And I like how he describes Moondragon, one of the most difficult and complex members of the team. Okay.
A
You
bald,
say so, Cap.
a bald chick who wore a bikini half the time. So complex. Yeah, so that was basically those two issues. Like we said, not a lot of Quasar. The initiation was the big thing I wanted to get to, but
Yeah, and I love that story. That's even let me check. I think that's in the Quasar Classic trade. I've got it.
I was going to
here.
say they should have if they didn't, they should have reprinted that somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Is there a table of contents in the trade? Or is it just...
It is reprinted in here. I think it's in the back.
It's not in chronological order.
Oh no, actually, it may be in chronological order. Hang on.
I was going to say, that would probably place it between what issues 3 and 4?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, if you look at the reading order, I think from Quasar 2 in the back.
Yeah, it's got the Marvel Comics Presents page. Yeah, it's right before the Marvel Comics Presents story.
Okay.
So yeah, right after. Hey, wonder. Nope, they didn't recolor it. It's still pink. It's still pink.
You know how much money that cost to recolor that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, this is just a assumption, but one of the pages that's pink, the advertisement on the back is like Mr. Bubble. So I thought maybe that's
There we
heavily
go.
pink. Maybe
That subtle
that's
product
fine.
placement there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I think we've discovered your superpower. I swear, like every episode, you're like, you can link the ad to like something in the story.
Yeah. Well, because Cap tells Quasar not to come back till next Saturday, so Quasar's taking a long Mr. Bubble bath. So,
Exactly. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, come on,
Yeah.
right?
I swear there was maybe because I mean there wasn't there like an issue or so back in the day where like Peter Parker took a bubble bath for like no reason.
Maybe I don't remember, but
I
yeah,
think,
it sounds
there was
familiar.
where Peter Parker did. There's one where Mary Jane did. It's like half the Marvel universe like took bubble bath.
Product placement.
Relaxation.
I think it was more like, here, kids, make sure you take your bath every day. Look, your heroes, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of product placement, have you guys ever collected or when you were buying comics as younger men, the blatant product placement giveaway issues, like Spider-Man saving Captain Crunch or any of those ones? I feel like there was a lot that you would see advertised, for like.
I think I have one of like the Charleston Chew Avengers issues or something.
Yeah.
I never really ran across those. Like I would pick them up if I saw them, but like I think like when I was a kid, I'd be like, ask my parents to be like, can we send away for that? It's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Pay like shipping and stuff, and
Yeah. No.
why can't we just run down to the newsstand and buy your comics like always?
Yeah. Right. You don't have to eat 8 candy bars and send the wrappers in.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else?
What are we doing next week?
Quasar number issue 4.
Yes, back to Quasar.
Back to the books. Yes. Quasar 4.
So actually, what you mapped it out a little bit. Maybe we should refresh. So we got Quasar 4 next week.
Yes, Quasar 4 will be next episode, and then we go back to Avengers 311. That's that Axe of Vengeance issue. Then Quasar 5 and 6.
Awesome. Axe of Vengeance crossovers.
Yes. And then before Quasar 7 with the whole Spider-Man team up, I threw in the Marvel team up 113 from back in the day. So.
Oh wow! Yeah, with Living Laser. No, Living Laser. No,
No, Lightmaster.
Lightmaster. Yeah.
Yeah. So I figured I'd throw in Quasar and Spider-Man's first team up because I think even in Quasar 7 they mentioned it's like, oh hey, I know you, and the editor knows like a Marvel team up 113. So. And then after Quasar 7, we'll do Marvel 2 and 1, 53 through 58, the Project Pegasus.
That's awesome. I love it. And that's in a hardcover too. I think I've got a hardcover of that around here somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then after
I tracked those ones down. There was one that was a little too expensive, so I got the digital version. That was the team up with The Thing and Deathlock. For some reason,
Oh, wow.
that was real high priced.
Huh.
Yeah, but then we'll do the 6 issues of the Project Pegasus and then Marvel Team Up Annual 5, what we were talking about with the Serpent Crown, with Quasar, Spider-Man thing, Scarlet Witch. Because we'll do all those because then Quasar 8, he goes back to Project Pegasus.
Yep,
So
awesome.
Quasar 8, 9, 10, and then Avengers 317 and 318. We'll get to that Nebula stuff we were talking about. Quasar 11 and 12, and then was that the crossing line or whatever from Avengers 319 through 325.
Oh yeah, there's not much Quasar in that stuff, but it's still Avengers Quasar, yeah.
And then after that, Quasar 13 through 18.
Awesome. That's
yes!
That's where things get awesome.
Well, it's like right before Cosmos and Collision.
Yeah, Journeys into Mystery.
Yes, Journey into Mystery.
13 through 16. Yeah, those are awesome.
And when he meets that Quasar 18, I think is when he meets that cosmic. What's her face? It's the one who retroactively changes his costume.
Yeah, it's Origin and Unbeing.
Yes.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Oh yeah.
And that 18 is Greg Capullo's first issue.
Oh yes,
it's awesome. Yeah. So what? Manly picks up with number 7. I think Mike Manley starts art on number 7.
8, I think. Because I think was that Paul Ryan that did 7 with Spider-Man, but I'm pretty
remember.
sure.
You got the trade, man.
Oh, I have the trade right here. Why don't I look?
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm pretty sure artist changed with like issue 8, but
yeah, they were going on to new books. Was it like Dark Hawk? Some guys got plucked for.
Oh yeah.
I forget.
Well, Bagley was doing New Warriors, and then eventually he went to Spider-Man. I don't know if it was at that point he went to Spider-Man.
Number 7 looks like Manley. So I guess Paul Ryan did 1 through 6.
Oh, okay.
And that's the Spider-Man. That's Cosmic Spider-Man, which is a pretty awesome little story too.
Yeah, Quasar was one of the only members of the Marvel Universe to interact with Cosmic Spider-Man, which is kind of fitting.
Yeah, Spider-Man was too busy trashing villains, man.
Left and right.
he put the Grey Hulk in the orbit, man. He punched himself hard in the orbit. That was that Todd McFarlane stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those are some classic issues right there.
Oh yeah.
How many times have they redone the Wolverine cover? Where you only see
you could see the Hulk in his claws. Yeah. That's awesome. I love some Grey Hulk.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Sounds good, man.
All right, everyone. Remember, read ahead. Quasar 4 next episode. So send in your thoughts on that, and we can read it on the show as we review it. Send it to capesandlunatics@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/QuantumZonePod, @QuantumZonePod, and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter. You can even follow us on Instagram @CL Sidekicks. Will, Master of the Quantum Zone, where can people find you? What do you have coming up?
You can always find me at quantumzone.org, which is all kinds of cool Quasar stuff. I'm at Wallred, that's WALLRED, at Twitter, and I'm Wallred at Gmail. I'm around.
Awesome. Do you want to mention your project you got?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I always forget. Diaryofnight.com. Diary of Night is, we just had a successful Kickstarter, so books are being printed. Hopefully they're on their way on the slow boat back to the States, and fulfillment will be done pretty soon. So looking forward to having those things in hand and shipping them out to everybody. It's going to be awesome.
Cool. All right. And Matt.
I don't have much to promote. You can find me at Matt Kona. I'm all rounds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that. I'll yield my time to ask Will. I see a lot of people graduating from college.
Oh.
How did the Thor course finish up? Is that all done, or the
the class ended up. It was a blast. I miss it. I don't think that there may have been one class that we didn't leave like 15 minutes late all semester long, because everybody wanted to stay and talk about comics or complain about Star Wars: The Last Jedi or stuff.
Are you gonna do it again?
Probably, but not next semester. I'm actually going to. This semester about killed me. I overcommitted. and so I'm going to take next semester off and kind of focus more on the comic stuff and not overcommit myself, hopefully. But I doubt I do it all the time. I don't think I can not do it. So
yeah. Well, the next time you do it, why don't you make this podcast like part of the curriculum?
We could do that. Hey, yeah, you guys got to go watch this. Well, there was a quiz. So I'm going to reveal a teaching secret here. There was a quiz every week on the reading.
Okay.
5 questions over whatever we were reading. There was a bonus question. The bonus question was the same every week. It says, this is the greatest superhero ever, and he happens to be your humble instructor's favorite superhero. Name this character. Quasar.
Nice. Did people get it?
I'm in doctor. Oh yeah, I said I'm telling you the answer to this question right now. Here's why. But every week that was the bonus question. So
see, I mean, this podcast could be the bonus question. It could be like bonus question.
Yeah.
What ad did Matt work his magic on linking to the story
in
this
episode,
week?
Yeah. Oh crap! I gotta go listen to that right now. Yes, you should. I'll wait here while you go do that.
All right.
Cool. Thanks for the update. Good
Yeah.
talking, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah, great.
So that's it for this week. Episode 11. Like I said, I can't wait for next week. We're gonna get back to Quasar solo book.
Yep. Awesome.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
He's kind of Quasar, kind of a background character the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Next week we get what's the name of the guy? Project Pegasus.
Blue Shield.
The Aquarian or
Oh yeah, Wondar the Aquarian.
Wondar, yeah. And that other alien dude who like multiplies.
Yeah. Quantum. His name's Quantum.
Quantum, yes. Boy, who would have thought a Quasar would fight a guy named Quantum?
Yeah, what are the odds?
But yes, send us your thoughts on Quasar number 4. And speaking of Quantum Zoners, remember, bonus question. What do I say at the end of every episode? Remember, Quantum Zoners, keep it quantum.